When I played my very first match of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, I really didn't know what to expect. I launch into the lobby and I see 100 other players all in a pointless melee of fire and chaos. I couldn't help but feel dread. All of these people were going to be trying to kill me and I'd be easy pickings as it was my first time playing. When the game starts, it's always the same. 100 people in a crashing plane flying over an island, you pick your area of choice to jump out, and you parachute your way down to the nearest area of some buildings that will hopefully yield some kind of loot for you to use to kill, or at least stop yourself from being killed. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has been taking the gaming world by storm, and it's not hard to see why once you start playing. As a person who doesn't really enjoy online PvP games, I was really apprehensive about buying it, but oh boy am I glad I did. The thing that makes me really love it is that not only do all players start on an equal footing in terms of gear, but it is just as much about survival as it is about getting kills. In fact, one of my squad mates managed to rank second without actually using any weapons at all. Rather, he just hid in tall grass and bushes, and he made sure he moved within the safe zone before the big force field of death could come and end his life. Oh, didn't I mention that? Yeah, so after a certain period of time, a safe zone will appear on your map. You want to stay as close to this as possible, because being outside it for too long is to invite your own doom. Basically, early in the match, being outside the safe zone will cause your health to slowly deteriorate. Later in the match, however, the damage received is far more substantial and it will kill you very quickly. The circle eventually shrinks so small that it's just you and a few other players holding up in your chosen hiding places, preparing for one last ultra-tense gunslinging duel to the death. For an early access game, Battlegrounds is quite well polished. For the most part, it runs and plays really well, and there aren't too many game-breaking bugs that I've come across. There are a whole host of weapons, attachments, clothings and vehicles at your disposal, and you're free to play the game pretty much how you want to. Whether you like the stealthy ninja approach, or you think you're John Rambo, one thing's for certain, it's pretty much impossible not to have a blast playing this intense battle royale em up. So let's talk graphics. The graphics in PUBG can be confusing at times. Sometimes environments look half decent with textures that are pretty solid when they're not popping. Other times it looks sloppy with flat floor textures and the water when you're skydiving looks like something you'd find on an old Warhammer desktop campaign, like a grid map with mixed blues and bad reflection effects added. Also, there are some frame rate drops at times, but they do tend to sort themselves out pretty sharpish. To be fair, the game is still in early access, so there's plenty of time for improvement. So how does it sound? Well, the audio in this game is again quite up and down. Listening for footsteps or vehicles is key to survival. I've had a game where I was hiding in a bathroom and could hear a rival team going room for room looking for me, and it's one of the most intense experiences I've ever had in any game ever. So for the most part it works really well. But I have also had instances where I could hear someone upstairs in a building across the street as if they were right above me, which kind of put me off. Unfortunately, the guns mostly sound flat too, with the exception of the shotgun, which will scare the shit out of you if you're not prepared for it. I just wish the other guns had more meatiness to them is all. So on to gameplay. Guys, the playability is really where this game shines. It's so tense and surprisingly easy to pick up. Whether you're a pro or new to PvP shooters, you will find this game easy to pick up but hard to put down. The gameplay should be the foundation of any great game, and PUBG really gets this spot on. Gunplay takes a little getting used to, but it won't be long before you start racking up those points and making your way to your first chicken dinner. So to summarise, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is a beautiful mess. It's tense, it forces you to think tactically, but most importantly it's fun. The graphics and audio may not be about to topple the AAA giants of the gaming world, but as far as gameplay is concerned, the likes of Ubisoft and EA would do well to pay close attention. We look forward to see what the final release looks like, as there's talk of a zombie mode and new maps, weapons and vehicles on the horizon. We wait eagerly in anticipation. So final score? 7 out of 10. It also gets the golden WID, the Worth It Dude's seal of approval. Guys, seriously, check this game out, it is definitely going to be worth your time.